and I used to watch like all the old school Godzilla movies when we were kids. There was one Christmas we all woke up before like our parents and we watched Godzilla vs. Mothra. Love Godzilla.
That's awesome. Who's your favorite Godzilla kaiju? I'm putting you on the spot.
Orga.
Orga. That's a good pick. Godzilla
Orga.
Millennium. Yeah,
yes,
2000.
Yes.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
When I was like 6 years old or whatever, I was always so mad. I was like, Orga had Godzilla's ass down. It like in the freaking jaw, and then Godzilla pulled out with the freaking like last minute atomic breath. Don't even get me started.
Deus Ex Machina. I'm so happy you said Orga. I've asked this question like I want to say at least 10 times on comms in my what 7 year commentary career. I'll get Mothra, I'll get King Ghidorah, and I will get I don't know, I guess Godzilla. Every time. I've never heard an actual base pick before. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
For people at home.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm
anyway,
a hetero fan.
other thing that you said what?
As my hetero fan.
Oh, nice. That's a good pick too.
Small. But anyway, to the match.
But yeah, I think that I'm going to say as Puff in doubles, Sheik Fox, this is like the matchup that I am like the most like, when I have to see it. Because like, you guys might think of Sheik as like a, not as good of a character against Puff, but that's in singles. That's a totally different game. Because in singles, Puff can take all the time she wants in neutral, and that's what really makes it hard. In doubles, the fact that you have to go in to try and help your teammate, you have to go in and you have to get through Sheik aerials. Sheik back air is 2 times as long as you. Sheik fair is like, the hitbox is as big as your entire character. Like, it can be so difficult if the Sheik and Fox are playing this way where they can just separate you and then keep you out, and that can just be so brutal. And then, even on the Fox's end, it's like you're trying to get in there and try to help, if say Sheik's tech chasing your teammate or whatever, and then Fox can up smash you or whatever. So this is, I think, maybe Puff's worst matchup in terms of doubles. I think that these two characters, especially with their synergy together, just work really well against her.
Yeah, besides Fox.
Yeah. I mean, double Fox is like, that's...
Possibly ban-worthy, I'll say it.
It's crazy. It's just a crazy team. But this one's a little easier to execute, so I end up being a little bit more scared in tournament just because double Fox, there's always some small communication errors, and that lets me get a little bit more like edge guards or rest or whatever. Ooh, not worth it with that up smash. Unfortunately, just trying to get exclusively the Puff, but when you hit someone in doubles, the hitbox actually grows a little bit, which makes it really hard to exclusively just hit the enemy instead of your teammate when you're in those situations. So if you ever see like top players and you're like, why did they hit their teammate there? It's because it's actually even harder to do it than in singles because of that mechanic.
Makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, this is a really, really important position. If Puff dies first, like we're seeing here, and Fox is able to live for a little bit and get some damage, then this is huge for red team. Whereas if blue team was able to get that kill first, then that would have been like massive momentum for them. So, but they do get the kill. They don't get that much percent taken on them. All things considered, blue team's percent adds up to how much as Mo Money has. So this is really anyone's game.
Yeah, pretty even game. And wow, Kevbot
nice.
actually stopped in the rest from OG Kid.
Yeah. Just a little bit of miscommunication there.
I thought RJ was about to SD for like the 5th time in a row.
No. We got those out. Don't worry.
Okay.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh my God. That was so much damage for red team. But at the same time, I mean, if you can get these kills, I mean, blue team's both at high percent.
Oh, but miscommunication.
Oh, and that was a huge fair from RJ. Even though it only did like a tiny bit, like it stopped the edge guard from happening, which is massive because that would have been a 1v1, and you're at 71% as Puff, which is not too bad. But yeah, was able to save the teammate, stay alive, and clutch that game out.
I think it's also unfortunate because I don't know if I'm not mistaken, Mo Money fared SuperGinger at the end.
Yeah, there was both teams had a little bit of friendly fire. Kevbot hitting OG Kid out of the tech chase rest. Mo Money accidentally faring SuperGinger. So it's tough in a scramble situation. Last stock, it can be really hard to just keep it together, not hit each other. Because again, she's got big hitboxes, and sometimes Fox is in your way.
Exactly.
I didn't kick my sister. She ran into my leg. But yeah, going right back. I don't blame them for this. I personally would have liked to see Yoshi's, but I totally understand. Like, some people are just not trying to go Yoshi's. Just because, like, in doubles, it's just chaos. Like, if you're picking Yoshi's, you kind of are giving your fate up to the Chaos God, a little bit. Just because, like, it's such a small stage and you can die so early that even if it's good for you on paper, like, anything can happen, right?
Exactly.
So I understand this.
Yeah, I think that Battlefield's a lot more of is a much safer pick. Plus, if you want to save it for later, you definitely can. I'm kind of surprised they didn't potentially opt for Stadium over this.
Yeah, I think Stadium also could have been good.
I feel like they were actually playing pretty well with the space and playing their ones really like decently well. And a lot of the time when they're in the scramble, they are taking more damage than they're dealing out.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that especially if you know, SuperGinger can get those like up throw up air kills or up smash kills on OG Kid, then that can be massive for Stadium. I think maybe just was thinking about the Sheik a little bit more, wanted the Sheik to have a little bit more safe haven. Plus, it was a little bit close last game, so just maybe just wanting to run it back. But so far, I mean, I think Blue Team is kind of locking in right now.
Yeah, they're doing a phenomenal job right now, holding their lead and just dealing the damage they need to do.
Yeah. And it can be really tough, and that's really an unfortunate SD. But yeah, when you see like Puff acting as this stock tank like she can do, that is like not a good sign, because like it signifies that like it's going to be hard for them to get explosive stocks on both players, and if you can only get those gimps on one character, then that's just gonna be tough. Because the thing is, like, Puff is not like a passive like wall or like whatever. Like, she can just rest you, right? So like if you're not able to get those kills back on her, then that's kind of this one-way volatility that's just gonna like, as you play the odds over and over, it's just not gonna work out in your favor. Especially since, you know, Kevbot is doing a great job of not getting gimped in the first place.
Yeah. Question for you: are you familiar? Hold up 1 second. Just looking at the edge situation on the second side of the right side of the screen.
What was the question?
Are you familiar with Big Piney?
Yes, yes. I know that there was like a Philly tournament where NDVA all like randomly rallied up around Big Piney. They just made it their mission to like, you know, be the Big Piney fan club for a tournament.
It was random, you say.
That's how it appeared to me.
So, the lore
it seems
behind
that you have
this,
some more information.
Okay, the lore behind this is that he's like, a lot of people have played him, and sometimes he will do. He doesn't really do it versus me, but there are some times when he will just like circle camp people and just like play for timeout from the first minute of the game.
Gotcha.
To my understanding and to my knowledge, SuperGinger was Big Piney's roommate in college, and it's very fascinating how they play virtually the opposite of each other.
Yes, SuperGinger is like, to almost like a fault, will get in your face and interact with you. And that's something that SuperGinger has actually, we've talked about a little bit, where like he's trying to be a little bit more like thoughtful before he goes for those approaches. Also, great drill up smash.
100%.
But yeah, it is funny. It's almost like you know, like in a story where like someone will get split into like the good and the bad side or whatever,
Yes.
like, you know, yin and yang, you know.
And like SuperGinger is like, you know, the cool, aggressive Fox player, goes and lives in 2 regions, you know, beloved by his 2 regions, and then the Big Piney where it's like, you know, playing Puff, playing for timeouts, people are like rallying around trying to be like the Big Piney fan club. It's just interesting, you know?
Yeah.
People in the same environment can just become such different players.
Yeah, and I mean that's the beautiful part about Melee, you know. It's the Melee stats video, you know. Like
why we play the game Bananas vs. Michael.
Yeah, like you can't express yourself if there isn't every way to express yourself. It wouldn't be expressing yourself if you couldn't be like who you are, no matter what that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're seeing Yoshi's this time. I think last game probably was just because it was like, okay, you know, we did well on Dreamland or on Battlefield. Let's try it again, and then it didn't go so hot. All right, now that we're down 2-0, maybe that volatility is actually going to be in our favor.
Exactly. Gotta pull up all the stops, and oh wow, Kevbot up smashing OG to the heavens.
Kevbot is pressing up.
Yes.
Up air, up smash, up throw, up tilt. That doesn't matter.
Going up.
We're going up.
Moment. All right, so it's interesting how like both teams don't want center. I don't know how to describe it, but like that last stock or the last like 20 seconds of the game, they were both like playing for their side of the stage. Like now, no one's in center.
Yeah. It is kind of interesting. I mean, I guess with the Foxes, it makes a little bit less sense, but with the Puff and the Sheik, I kind of get it, just because, like, you know, Sheik has that safe haven on the platforms, and then, like, Puff, you're trying to, like, not get, like, 2v1'd. And I guess the Foxes are both just chasing.
Yeah. It's so interesting. If you like, as a spectator or anyone, you look at the center of the stage, like, people will not be there for more than a second.
Yeah.
At a time. And it's just interesting because I very rarely see that in doubles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense in the sense that, like, it's such a small stage that, like, sometimes you want to hit someone off to the edge because you want to control center and you're kind of playing king of the hill, right? But you stay on the hill. But on Yoshi's, it's almost more like in like a shonen where it's like you punch someone and then you catch up to them and then punch them again because it's such close space where it's like, why would I hit them off stage and then just stay here? I can hit them off stage and then go there. It's right over there. I can walk over.
Precisely.
And yeah, OG Kid taking a risk on trying to rest like a throw there, but it was at 0%, so like why not, right?
Yeah. All right, Wall of Pain, just rinse and repeat, and misses that.
Randall was actually, I think, the culprit there at the scene of the crime.
Mm-hmm. We've solved the case.
Yes. Who done it? Randall done it. Ooh, that upper not connecting is probably going to seal the deal, yeah.
30 and double fist bump.
Yeah. Great stuff from OG Kid and Kevbot. OG Kid doing an amazing job of staying alive. Kevbot doing a great job of getting, like, you know, these up airs, up smashes, getting these kills early. And, you know, even though, like, Sheik is one of those more stock tanky kind of characters in doubles, it really didn't feel like that because Blue Team was doing such a good job of being efficient with their kill moves.
So